Hello, welcome to day 2 of the Python training. We'll continue on with our first we're going to do a review, then we're going to continue on with other stuff we can do with Python. So for the review, last time we talked about single line comment using the number sign, and we talked about multi-line comment with using the double commas and the single commas. And you can see that in example, we are showing how this is an single line, and that's how you write a multiple line. Then we talked about variables, where you can have variables as a name convention, and there's some limitations, but which one Python doesn't allow, but most of them will work. So here's x equals 5 and the message equals hello Python. Then we talked about different types of string, numeric, and balloons. For example, number 10, if we're doing pi equals 3.14. If we're doing a text, we put in a single bracket or double bracket, and here we load Python. And for balloon, we just set it the value that's true. And then we talked about different operators you can do with Python, like adding, subtracting, find it greater than, less than, equal to. So here we have 10 as 8, p as 5. And for example, we did an addition where it added, when you print it, it will add the addition. And same with the greater than, it will tell which one's great. We talked about creating lists and appending, removing, popping them. So here we have a list between 1 to 5. We told that the first number is always 0. And then we also looked into how to append another number, which is 6. Then we took a look at the tuples and directories, where we created tuples from 1 to 3. And we created directories where name, age, and age of 25. And then we added one more color, which one took a same 10 but 24, and we saw how we took the latest value. So now to continue off, we could talk about else, if and else. So if and else in Python allows condition execution on the code page on a condition. So for example, you've seen over here, we have age equal 20, and then we set it up for if age is greater than 18, then adult, also greater than minor. And again, once we execute it in the demo, you would see how it works with the visual code. Other than that, we also have while it's true, the while loop. So you can do a while loop in Python, which execute a block of code repeatedly as long as a specific condition is true. For example, if we're taking number 1 and we want to keep on adding until 5, so we would say while num, it's greater, it's greater than 5, I mean less than 5, to keep on running this. If once you hit 5, it would stop. So we print the number all the time, and then it will take num plus equal means take the number plus add one more. For loops, since we're talking about that, the loops in Python are iterated over a sequence like list, tuple, strings, etc., or interchangeable object. So, for example, We have fruits, apple, banana, cherry, and we're trying to plant in a loop. So we say in four fruits and fruits we plant a fruit. This is a basic loop, but you can do much more than on it. Python functions are like reusable code. So yet that we perform a specific task. So we have like a greeting here where we're saying a greeting of the name and we're trying to print hello and then put a name. So the way if we load it here is the name, it's the variable, and then here too we're trying to print the variable. And again, it's in a curly bracket because it's inside the double commas, and we're trying to pick up the variable. And then here when we say, okay, get print a creed in brackets, but Alex, since we only have one variable, that's all, but then the variable names. Python user input, so this is if you want a user to allow to input data inside the program execution. So for example, like here we have enter your name, and then it will print hello, enter the person's name. Another common thing is the JSON format. Python provides a module to work with the JSON data. So we will import JSON, then we're creating the JSON file, but typically you will just load up the JSON file. So here we have the name John, the city age, and then a face inside where it's printing, it's loading the track, John, I mean, the version JSON's information. That's where JSON are loaded, and then it's printing name. We can replace name with age or city, and it will pick up those values. Python creates an object. Creates allows you to create a object within properties or methods. So, for example, we have cards, and then we're saying here to create a variable of a plant and models. This is init, so it's initial setup, and we put sulfur because it's just in to create for so it's not created before the web put it software. Identity for the same thing, we're just calling the plant and the multiple, so where we're displaying the information. So when we run it, it's got a Kali code Toyota and Corona. So it's got like first the plant and then model, and then it will just put saying, okay, run car dot info. So we run this function, and just call it's calling from the class. Forgot to mention that. Okay, so now let's go to the Visual Code Studio. So like in the example, and so here we have age of 70. If it's 18 plus, it will print your adult. If it's um if it's greater than 18, say it's a year adult. If it's less than 60, then it would say you're senior citizen. I know that's not the correct, but I just was showing you for the exact example. And L2 will print year minor. So here we did else. So the else is another option. Because else means you're stopping. If so, if means you're starting meeting the condition. If and else means the last option. So if you have more options, you put else. And then here's the while loop where we are at 1 and stop at 5. And then here we talked about the fruit example. And the same way it's shown on its slide, we're just adding 3 fruits and put it in a loop. And then we also showed append. So talking again about appending in list. Here we're talking about a greeting function. So it says a hello, enter the person's name, and we have it set up here for Alex. Here, what a user will be allowed to input their own name, and then it will say hello and then put its name. Here we're using the JSON module, and then we're saying get it JSON. Here we made it into code, but typically it'll be a file it will read, and then here we're trying to print out the age. You can also print also the name. And then the last thing is the class, which when we added like on its slide, the class of the models and the plant of the car, and we're displaying the information. And picking up the class, and then we're saying Toyota and Corona, and display get the run the display function. So if I run it, so here it says you are an adult because it's not that's 1070, and then one I'm 60, sorry. And then your 1 to 5, it's your group number one. It keeps on adding, and then here we do it's print fruit, so it prints out the fruit. It then print orange because orange is outside. So if you wanted to add it, I'll show you in a second. And first let's go to it. So here's hello Alex, and then it's entering your name. So I'm put my name Mickey, and you can see it says hello Mickey. And then the 30, it's over here, so it's picking up the JSON file and it's getting the age and the name. And then here the car one, which saying Toyota and Corona, picking up the same display information. So let's change it up a little bit. So let's say let's change the symbol to the other way. So different. So if age is greater than 60, then it will show you such then. And here we're going to change it so it will to fruit dot print. It has put orange. So yes, I got one. And then we'll just do another print fruits. Sorry, fruit. Sorry, sorry. It was fruits. Okay. So if I wanted, so you see here now that it's like continuously put the orange, 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 because it's a loop. So it's got continuously added. So that's why I added outside. Oops. So we're just gonna comment it out and just print it here now. So if I run it again now, so here it's you can see it's added right here to the list. And the only reason it's not added at the top is because it's after the loop. Okay, that's all for this call. Thank you.